I could not be more interested in Chimaev, but I am getting confused in his messaging. For example, guess what I just read? I read within the same interview, and Chimaev says that he is going to be fighting, he's positioning and preparing to be fighting the winner of Leon and Kamaru Usman. Great, that makes sense to me. And I would really appreciate that because now I at least know what weight class he's going, which is a big mystery that's out there that is stopping people like me from advancing his career. I used to bring you a Chimaev piece every week. I would call it my weekly Chimaev piece. I never missed. I can't remember the last time I gave a Chimaev piece, but I can't. I can't talk about fight because he doesn't have one. I can't talk about opportunity because I don't know where he wants to get it at. I can't even talk about opponent because I don't know weight class. I have to be given a weight class. So that would be really helpful for me if he's got his eye on Kamaru Usman and Leon. If Dana and company has given him some kind of information like this is going to be a great piece that he sets down, but the very next interview, very next sentence in this interview, he says something about him going to middleweight and fighting Robert Whittaker. Now, Robert Whittaker even went on the back of that at Submission Radio and responded to what Chimaev had said. I didn't have time to hear it, but I was at least armed with these headlines. So I know these two things are floating around. So now it starts to come together for me, but I'm lost. I have no interest in seeing Chimaev fight Robert Whittaker. I have a massive interest in knowing if Chimaev can beat a top middleweight. So that will bring me to the Whittaker fight. But if we're going to go up to 85, why would it be against anyone other than Paulo Costa, who he's actually got heat with? Like, that would just be weird for me. I could live with it. But if we're doing that, why are we talking about 170? I mean, I just need a little clarity. I got to know what weight class he's. That's uncompromising. I cannot speak about Chimaev if I don't know what weight class. I have to know. And the fact that a month ago, he and Pierre were talking about going 205 pounds, it's not helpful to me. I got to know. Now, there's things that I want to know, but if he wants to dangle and he wants to manipulate and he wants to play a game back and forth, I'll sit back and respect it. I have to know. Uncompromising. I have to know what weight class. So if he told me I'm going to be at that fight, if he would have stolen something right out of Volkanovski's playbook that worked beautifully in front of you all and none of you have copied it, if he would have said, I'm going to be the backup, in fact, I'm going to be there, I'm going to be in the row, I'm getting the cage after. Great, I would have had some clarity, but I didn't get that. Now moving up to 185, and I'm going to fight a top guy, even though nobody cares about the fight. It was just one of those things too. So I don't know what we're doing here. And it wasn't even a situation where I could hope, right? Like some guys will point you this way and then they'll point you this way, turn it over to the audience, and they'll want the audience to let them know where the vote is. Are we going left or are we going right? That's not even what this was. It wasn't an offer to fight one of those guys or a juxtaposition of perhaps going up here and fighting with Whittaker. It was just more confusion for me. And well, you gotta tweak those characters. You gotta do it about every year. One thing that I do feel Chimaev has done is he's forgotten what it is he didn't care about. He didn't care to make excuses. He didn't care if he had a full training camp. He didn't care what this guy weighed the day before. He didn't care who's got a ranking. He doesn't care if it's made. That's good stuff. That's good stuff right there. But he's forgotten and taken it to a place where he just doesn't care. And if you don't care about your career, how in the world could I?